Welcome to the Sycamore Construction pregame show. Sitting here in Ray Skillman Stadium alongside Coach Eric Moore before they jump on the buses. It had 2 hours over to Dayton, Ohio to take on Trotwood, a really interesting, very athletic team. But, Coach, before we get to that, let's talk about last week's great victory against Ben Davis, one of the most points they've ever had scored against them. It was a good news, bad news night. Great victory, a lot of points. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of players too. So your thoughts about that game and how do you adjust with dealing with another week of injuries?
Well, thank you. And honestly, it was a great victory for our team, for our school. I appreciate everybody that come out. What a great crowd. Really showed Trojan pride. Really showed what great high school football is in Bargersville and Greenwood, Indiana. And it really represented us so well. And the kids had a little bit of adversity. We had a great first quarter, have a terrible second quarter. Third quarter, we totally owned them, and then they quit the fourth quarter. So, and honestly, I sort of forgot about that game because we're so focused on Trotwood and all their athletes this week. It's too bad we didn't get to enjoy Ben Davis more. Maybe we should have a bye week after Ben Davis so we can enjoy the win. But our kids did great against Ben Davis. We made some mistakes, all correctable, all things we can do. Like I told them, the only team that's going to beat us is Center Grove, and we showed it for a while. Center Grove was beating Center Grove, and once we fixed that, we marched on down the field, did a great job. I love the way our kids, when we saw blood, we went after it and put some points on the board. The defense put some points on the board, and the defense got us one possession series. And then things happen, and it's high school football, and you coach stuff, but we don't have 7 hours a day to work on things. But we learned, and that's a great point about it. You learn and you still win. Then we went at halftime, and I was extremely upset and extremely disappointed. But it's just that we did everything to ourselves. So let's go out and make this happen. And I'm so proud of the way the offensive line totally controlled the football game in the third quarter. We went right down the field, took the heart out of them, put it in. Defense got the ball right back for us. We went back in and put it again, and then the track meet was on.
Pretty incredible. And we had some injuries to the running backs. We've had them the prior game, and it just seems like you kept reloading, and the guys that ended up having to play put up some great numbers, and hopefully you can do it this week. Speaking of this week, again, staying with that good news, bad news thought process. Bad news is we got another long 2-hour bus ride. The good news is this is the last big road trip, hopefully for many years to come, that you're going to have to take. I know we've had some fun games we've played the last few years, but being that we're back in the mix starting, really kind of next year as far as the schedule's concerned, we're getting back to our normalcy, and you don't have to put all that time and travel in. Trotwood is a team a lot of you all that are going to be watching or listening don't know a lot about. They got 13 Division I commits on their team this year, not to bring up some bad news on that. How do you deal with Trotwood, and what can we expect?
Well, like I talked to the boys this week about controlling the football and offense, and we're going to try to get the ball, win the flip and get the ball, and we're going to try to get them out there. They do play some guys both ways because they feel like they should have their best 11 on the field, and I agree with that to some concern. But so with that being said, we're going to beat them. Hopefully we can beat them up a little bit. We're going to do what we do best, is be physical up front, run the ball, let Oscar throw it around when he needs to and when we can, but not get ourselves in trouble, and try to keep the defense in good situations all night. I think if our defense stays fresh and in good situations, they'll flip the field.
It's going to be an exciting evening. Kevin and Rick are going to be on audio only tonight, so there's a possibility we'll be able to get you video, and maybe you can correlate the two together. But if not, go to CG Sports Network. We're going to be able to have audio and play-by-play if you cannot make the trip. A lot of talk about great teams here in Indiana. We're quietly undefeated and just sneaking ourselves up, and we kind of have that we too mentality. So, keep thinking about the Trojans, and let's just improve every week. Coach, we wish you a ton of luck. Any last thoughts?
Yeah, we too are good, and we're going to show it tonight. We're going to drive over there. We love adversity. This team only thrives with adversity for whatever reason. So next man's up. Next man's been up. We're about out of people. I was trying to get a freshman in the game the other night. He was sitting down here and cheering us on. Wasn't even in uniform. That's how many people we've lost. But you know what? It's okay. We'll keep fighting, keep doing what we do. Just need everybody's support to stay with us, stay behind us. Long 2.5-hour road trip ahead of us here. We're going to make it. That's what we do. Kids get to eat a little bit of get out of school early and get to eat. And, hey, nothing better than that. We, too, will see you next week. But for tonight, go Trojans, beat those Rams.